Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home.
Like, it's crazy, bro. But yeah, man. Hey, cool. What it do, broski?
What's going on?
Man,
Coach there.
yes, sir. Another time to be great, man. We ain't been up here in a few weeks for real, man. Partly on me, you know. I take the blame for it. I take the blame for it, but it's gonna get better and better, man. I swear to you guys, bro. I promise it's gonna get better and better. But yeah,
Oh,
man. Without further ado, man, you already know what it is, man. It's week 13 of the NPR Fantasy Football League. Happy Thanksgiving, my guys. First and
Yes,
foremost,
sir.
I gotta say that. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all fams, everybody. I
holiday.
found my fam is your fam. Everything you already know what it is. Already
Yes,
know what it is.
sir.
Yes, sir,
Absolutely.
man.
Happy holidays to you and everyone out there, man. Everyone
Yes,
out
Yes,
sir.
sir. Happy holidays. It's the best time of the year.
It is.
Man.
Everything is jingling, snowbells ringing, and all of that. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Playoffs about to start, man. I'm your host and Commissioner Bo, man. Stay dangerous. Pop out and show niggas. Ninjas and PPR. I got super excited, man. Got a lot to talk about. But yeah. Big Cup, man, our co-commissioner, man. He on the road, man. Safe travels for him, man. He on his way
Yes,
to family
sir.
house in South Carolina for Thanksgiving holidays. So big ups to him. He's not with us. Let's get it, man. Cool. What it do, broski? Midwest Monster.
What's the word, gang? How y'all feeling? Me. What's
Yeah.
happening?
Yes, sir.
And last but not least, man, my broski, man, Marquise, man, Revenge Season, our champ and standard and sweet Revenge Season, man, and PPR, man. You already know what it is, my boy. My boy say he ready for it. He ready to defend his championship.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? For the
Oh yeah.
taking.
Clean sweep this year. I'm going for both of them.
Yeah, he
Both of them.
ready to defend it, man. But look, without further ado, man, we got a few topics going on. I want to get into the slate tomorrow, man. I think we got some dope. I don't really want to say dope games tomorrow for real because I feel like Thanksgiving they offer dope games, but the way teams are sledding now, and when I said sledding, I mean sledding on a downhill. It's just like I really don't know if these games are going to be super competitive tomorrow. But yeah, we got football, yo. We're going to get into some of the MVP race, and then yeah, whatever the show takes us. But yeah, without further ado, man, before we kick it off, I absolutely positively no doubt about it, man. Like I gotta start it off, man. I told my guys, man, I wanted to vent a little bit. And when I said that, I hope you guys didn't take it the wrong way, like I was just about to come up here and shit talk and, you know, down anybody or what have you. But it's just been a lot of shit that's been going on in our league for a few years now. Um I'm not sitting up here trying to clear my name about anything or what have you. I'm the commissioner of NPR first and foremost, so I stand on business when it comes to that, and I love what I do and I love what we do. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys. I ain't even got to say it enough. I love you guys. So without further ado, one thing I just want to get off my chest, man. Like I never let anybody disrespect the integrity of me personally or in our league or what have you. So with that being said, you know, we all know what went on today, this morning, far as the trade or what have you. And I'm gonna stand on my business like I've been standing on it forever and a day, man. Look, whatever trade you don't like, you don't like. Doesn't mean that it's not a good trade for whoever, however, and what have you. I'm gonna stand on that to the day I'm not here anymore and fantasy football doesn't exist. Like I just feel like vetoes suck. Like in any league, a few commissioners that I know, I'm actually sitting in the league, a money league right now that I want to join next year, and it's a $300 buy-in. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in their chat or whatnot, and they don't do vetoes at all, no matter how the trade swings, this and that and the third. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, man, the integrity is always there in these fantasy football leagues. Now, with that being said, I know it's a lot of BS and bullshit that happens in these leagues, in and out. So, and I'm talking far as collusions and stuff like that, but none of this happened. What I'm saying is people only complain about stuff that's not going right or that's not in their favor at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day. I'm not looking for you guys to back me up. I'm not looking for you guys to be like, you know what, you right, Bo, you right, Commissioner, whatever the case. I ain't looking for it. I'm venting for my own self. You get what I'm saying? I'm venting for my own self. So, the words that were said today, the things that happened this morning, like at the end of the day, what made me feel some type of way, you can call it emotional, whatever, is anybody questioning me personally and questioning my integrity as your commissioner. So you can hold that, you can have that, you can kick rocks, and we can move on. And I still love you respectfully, but disrespectfully, F you. So without further ado, man, if anybody got anything to say about what happened today, what's going on in the league, you can speak now, forever hold your peace, or we can keep it pushing, man. The floor is you guys, man. Because I said what I said what I needed to say. At the end of the day, just because a trade doesn't feel right for you or doesn't sit right with you or doesn't seem right for you or whatever, or you feel like it's not good, doesn't mean that it's not good. Like I just don't get it, man. There's plenty of leagues out here, man, that don't do vetoes. That vetoes is trash. So yeah, the floor is you guys, man. I give it to you. And then if not, we can just move on.
I'm good, man. It ain't too much. Like not only with this one here, but with previous ones as well. I'm not too big on the veto thing. Only when you know, I was a part of one uh earlier in the draft process when we were draft trading. And I mean, y'all know what that was about. That was just a situation where I thought I was getting something that I didn't end up getting, and I just immediately went to the chat with that. But other than that, I mean, as far as trades go with players and skill guys and things of that nature, man, I'm not too much about that. Um, I mean, if we just had somebody that was literally like if somebody's kids was in here, that type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
If somebody that just had no idea what the hell they was doing, that type of thing, then we could use the veto in that way. But I mean, if you wanna, you allowed to run your team as good or bad as you want to. You know what I mean? So,
Especially
um,
when you paid your money.
yeah, yeah. I mean, so that's just what it is with me. I think I spoke on my piece. My thing is, I think just moving forward as far as NPR is concerned, just I think we all need to know incumbent players, because I understood this myself coming into the league with y'all. Incumbent players coming in the future. Everybody here is serious about winning, man. Everybody
Facts.
here is serious about trying to get a chip, and just we all got to uphold integrity in the league. It's not just up to Bo or whoever the commissioner is in whatever league you in. You got to uphold the integrity of your league. I think I seen somebody put in the chat the other day where I know that they got a league where they quadrupled all the points, so they got somebody scoring like two
Mm-hmm.
thousand points a game and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. You know what I
It's
mean?
out
Like,
there.
that I think we do a real good job of keeping things just in a real competitive balance. So that's all I got to say, man. As far as that's concerned, you're not really ever gonna see me veto in too many player trades, things of that nature. I'm probably more inclined to veto a draft trade than I am a player trade. I mean, that's up to everybody else. But yeah, I'm good, man. I know it got heated today, and I just want everybody. We all got to uphold integrity. That's my overall message. It's not just up to me.
Yeah. Facts. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Marquise, you got anything to elaborate on
Man,
it?
man, man. Wow. At first, I'm a when how I feel about the trades. The first season, you won't even in cool. It was the very first season. There was a trade that happened. I don't even remember who the trade happened between. And I remember I spoke up on it because it was a crazy trade, and I'm like, man, no, man, like I was heated about this trade. I'm talking about this trade talk went on for like 3 days in the chat. Like I would not drop it because I was like, yo, this trade, like, no, this like I was adamant that I just hated this trade. All because I felt like I offered something better than what the person got. So then once I realized all that calmed down, and I was like, you know what, I ain't gonna really speak on trades, in terms of emotion based off, from their own. So ever since then, every single year we've had trades where it's been like, and then somebody will make a big deal about it. I say something and I just leave it at that. Hey, it is what it
Hmm.
is. Hey, you can't change it. The guy, they both accepted that he saw the trade. Like there's like at this point, if he can't see he getting fleeced or he can't see what he giving up, why are we here to speak up for him? We all have our own individual teams for a reason. So it's like now it's just like the day when I saw it, I was just like, oh well, maybe I thought it was just gonna be another one of them discussions. So hey, look, I chimed in. Yeah, which I did feel like it was a terrible trade, but then also it was just like, all right, it didn't need to be blown out of proportion, or it shouldn't have been taken as far as what it was taken because it was like it was a bad trade, but it won't like a horrible trade. Like it won't like in my book, neither team got better, but also one team did get worse than my book because Tim didn't get exactly what I feel like he should have got or what he was looking for. But hey, that's my opinion. Tim didn't feel that way. So
And
who am
bef-
I to tell him how to feel about his team? So that's like, so me being me, it's like I'm not gonna veto no trade. Like at the end of the day, excuse my French, but what y'all eat don't make me shit. I feel
Yeah,
like I built my team how I built it, and hey, if your team, if that trade is what's gonna get you over the hump, okay, whatever. We'll revisit that later. But right now, hey, it don't hold no bearings, man. It's just like trading before the draft. It don't matter right now. It don't.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead, cool. I appreciate you, Marquise, too, man.
Oh
no,
yeah. Oh
man.
yeah.
No, man. And like we said, I know we got something going on around before we started uh draft season. One of the things that I know y'all reiterated is that the team that you start with is probably not the team you finish with.
Hmm.
However, we got how many slots we got? 16. It's I mean basically what 14 in the defense or something like that and the kicker. So basically,
Yeah, in 2 hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean you got 14 slots that you draft. I mean if you draft at 14 positions and you trade 12 of them, you might need to look into your overall draft strategy. I mean, yeah, you don't have to start with the team you that you don't have to end with the team that you started with. However, if you got to gut your team every other week to make certain things work in your favor, and you're not, I mean, unless you're at the top of the league, I would, I just think that moving forward, that needs to be the overall message: is evaluate your team uh when the year starts as well. You know what I mean? It don't have to
yeah,
be you know, draft crazy trade crazy every week. And I think that's just how certain players need to, certain managers, need to evaluate their team moving forward.
Hmm.
That's all, man. And I think that'll do a better job of. We don't have to worry about this as much when it's like, oh, did you get fleeced, or oh man, did he get enough for this, or we debating this, that, and the third. I mean, yeah, we can have our fun. We can talk. We can crack jokes, and we could call crackhead deals out and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, if you move how you want to move. I think I saw
yeah.
somebody posted that they had a team that was called the Team Bucks, and they had all Buccaneers. Like they had Baker Mayfield, Rashad White, Mike Evans, and all that. Like,
Yeah,
hey man, it's a lot worse leagues than NPR. I think we do a good job of maintaining an adult, mature, way
Hmm.
of doing things, man. And yeah, like Marquis said, we're gonna talk our shit and have our fun, but it ain't necessarily no need to question integrity as far as the head of the league is concerned. At least I don't believe that.
yeah, and I appreciate that, man. Like I stated before I even ended what I said, man. Like I'm not venting up here to look for any, like, hoorahs or claps or anything like that. Like I really like y'all, my guys. I really want to talk all of y'all, not just y'all on my panel, Marquise, Cool, Cup, like everybody in the league. Like y'all, my guys. Like this is a community that we build together. You know what I'm saying? First and
Mhm.
foremost. So my thing was anybody that questions my integrity or anybody questions the integrity of NPR, yeah, I have to feel some type of way because this is our community. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then with all of that being said, at the end of the day, I have to say this. I'm not one of them people that y'all see on the news that's going to find $100,000 in a bag on the side of the road and go take it to the police. I'm not that person. So with that being said, if somebody decide, hey, this is what it is, this is what I want, this is the trade that I want, I'm gonna take it. Like I think it's so misconstrued when it comes to, with me personally. If anybody want to say the cliche of I'm being emotional or anything, I took it personal because I'm a player in this league. I put my $50 in just like you put your $50 in. Just because I'm commissioner, I still got to compete. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? I know how to take my hat off. I know how to put it on. And just even in my personal life, I know how to be husband. I know how to be dad. I know how to be. You know what I'm saying? Your friend. You just gotta decipher each and everything. But what I'm not going to allow is anybody to come until our league and I'm not. This ain't no shot at nobody. Anybody. You take it how you want to take it, and I hope you take it the right way when I say this. I'm not going to continue to allow anybody to come into our league and feel like, hey, this is what it is in another league, so this is what it is going to be in this league. Like, yeah, we do what we do, we have fun or what have you like that, but we we got structure here, is what I'm saying. We got plenty of structure. So yeah, at the end of the day, the venting is going. Actually, for the mass that's listening, for the league guys who don't know, I stood on business and I stood tall. I had a chat with Tim as a commissioner. This ain't about no trades or anything like this. I talked to him and I told him, bro, at the end of the day, I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna reverse this trade, forget all the vetoes, forget all the votes. Because I actually won the vote to keep JSN. Okay. So for the people that know, I'm gonna just put it like this. I reversed the trade and I talked to y'all about it. I reversed the trade and it is what it is. He made another trade. It is what it is. It is what it is what it is. So anybody got anything else to say after that about anything integral or what have you? You know what I'm saying? You can pretty much kiss my ass at that point because I know me. So, just like Lil Wayne told Kendrick, don't don't wake this giant up, man. I don't bother nobody. I want all of my guys to be straight. But without further ado, man, week 13 is here, you guys, man. Get through this week. We got week 14, and
Yep.
then the playoffs start.
Playoffs.
The playoffs start, man.
Playoffs.
So before we get into our lead stuff,
Mhm.
man, I want to talk about these games tomorrow, man, because it is Thanksgiving, man. Spend time with our family, whatnot. Cool. I gotta start with you first, bro. I gotta pick on you, man. You play your beloved Detroit Lions. And by the way, man, Amon St. Brown is questionable. David Montgomery is questionable. They did practice in full today, Wednesday. So it's just a wait and see game. But yeah, man, Chicago looked damn good last week. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about your team, man? I know we got to do our pickums and stuff, but um, it should be a dope Thanksgiving tomorrow. So here we go. Detroit Lions at Chicago. Who you
Yeah,
going with?
man. I'm going Detroit. Um,
I respect that.
I'm going Detroit only because I think this is. I, I mean, you're talking about the shortest of short weeks. Um, with the noon game, it's not even. I mean, even if you was to play on a Thursday, you could play an evening game. They play in the
Yeah.
evening. So this is the shortest of short weeks. So I'm just depend on the run game to travel. I think they're gonna lean heavy on the run, like you just said. Amon Ra questionable to play. I don't think he got a lot of time to get healthier between the last time they played on Sunday. I don't think he got much time to get healthier by this game. So if he does play, I'm not expecting him to have a huge contribution. He's still a great player, obviously, but
Yeah,
I just expect them to lean on the run game, which they've been doing all season and it's been working. And Bears got a good defense. Um, excuse me. uh, but yeah, the Bears have a good defense, and I think it'll travel, but I just don't think it'll hold up over the course of the game. I think Gibbs and Montgomery control the pace of the game, man. Caleb Williams has been looking a little better.
yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
OC, stop doing all that seven step drop back on every play. Uh, all those long routes down the field, taking all day to develop down the field when you got a weak offensive line. So it's some
Hmm.
things. It's some
Yeah,
things looking a little better, man. But Detroit is just the superior team. So that's all.
yeah, definitely, definitely, bro. I feel that, man. Let's move on. Marquise, I gotta ask you, man. Giants, Dallas, man. Divisional game. I mean, a lot of people say these teams are tanking or what have you, but shit, my Washington Commanders lost to Dallas last week. I looked down bad. Who you got in this one, man? Thanksgiving Turkey Bowl,
The turkey.
the turkey.
Man, nobody want to see this. Wow. Can we just skip this? Yeah, leader. Man, I'm gonna say Dallas just because their defense better. I think they got a better defense and Cooper Rush and
Yeah,
Dallas. I'm gonna just go. I hate even going with Dallas, but I'm gonna go with Dallas just cause
just
it's the
cause.
trash. Yeah, this the trash bowl.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's one game I want to see, man, we're gonna move on. It's definitely the later part of the day is Miami at
Yes.
Green Bay. I think this should be one of those good games that you know that's broadcast at 8:20 on NBC. But Tua's back. Obviously, Jaden Waddle came alive last week. If you guys ain't catch it or see it at all, he scored over 20 points in fantasy and PPR
Stole
and
my
standard.
boot.
Yeah, Jonu Smith. I see him on your you know what I'm saying? I'm looking. I see him on your fantasy squad Marquise revenge
Yeah.
season. You know what I'm
Good
saying? And then
pickup.
great pickup. And then on the other side of things, you got Green Bay, man. They got a lot of injuries. If I'm not mistaken, I did see like Jair Alexander. There's a lot of people that's going to be missing on that defense. So this could possibly be one of those shootouts. But I'm going with Green Bay at home. Just because it's Thanksgiving, Turkey Bowl. Miami got to brave that weather. I just think Jordan Love should be able to do enough. And Romeo Dobbs is out on the offensive side of things. I just think Josh Jacobs and the boys they should prevail. Last but not least, Friday, man, we got a Black Friday game. This is actually the second game ever on Black Friday. The first one last season was Miami versus the Jets, and Miami beat them in grand fashion. I think it was like 34-10 or whatnot. But
Ooh.
Kansas City versus the Raiders. Cool. We're gonna get into this next, man. Who you got with this, man? And when I say we're going to get into it, man, I know you've been itching to ask this question. What the is wrong with Mahomes? Or is it really something wrong with him? Who you got in this game, man? This is the second Black Friday game.
I got Kansas City. Vegas is on a fire sale. They
Yeah.
don't. They as of right now, they still trying to figure out whether Aiden O'Connell or the other guy's gonna start. I'm banking. I'm hoping for Desmond Ritter. We gotta just get this game over real quick. so, but no, I'm going with KC defense. We still don't know if we got Pacheco back, but I don't expect him to be back on a Friday. That seems like
Yeah.
the sets up for him to come back perfectly next week on a Sunday game. So, um, but yeah, the KC's defense just too strong for any backup quarterback in the league to win a game against them right now. I believe so. Defense,
Yeah.
but yeah, we can get into that next after y'all. After y'all go ahead. Yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely can get into that topic, man, because
Yeah.
I got some. It's something wrong, but uh,
I definitely can't wait to hear it, man. I'm going and I'm Marcus, you could go next, bro. I'm definitely going with Kansas City on this one, man. I did hear and read just in my research, they said that they're slowly going to Bit Red is going to slowly add Pacheco into the scheme of things. Kareem
Yes,
Hunt
sir.
is not just going to be dead in the water. They is running back by committee. He's not just going to put him out there. And obviously, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like they're already in the playoffs. They already clinched. So they're. I put it like this, man. They Super Bowl or bust. They ain't really trying to just put their player out there that's broke his fibula and just put him out there to give him 20, 30 touches a game. But yeah. Who you got on this game, Brewski?
This is
Kansas
my
City
upset.
Raiders.
I'm gonna go Raiders. Just
Going
because.
Raiders?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going Raiders. I'm going Raiders.
Look, my upset was last week with Carolina, to be honest with you. I
Man,
was
we
supposed to
was
have been at the game.
we was
But
right there.
that
We
was
was
my
right there.
upset, to be honest with you. Carolina over the Chiefs, man, and I wish I would have seen that game. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't. But yeah, that was an awesome game. That was an
Good
awesome game.
game. Yeah. Bryce Young ball. Hey, he coming.
Yeah,
Trying to tell you. I'm
definitely
trying
a
to
good
tell you.
game.
Bryce Young
Definitely.
coming. All right. Y'all better. Hey, yeah. I've been the biggest Bryce Young pusher. Watch what I tell you. He get he confident too. Oh my God. We about to get Bama Bryce. Oh my God. Y'all better watch out. I'm trying to tell
Need
you.
that. Hey, I ain't shoot. I've been looking at that tight end. I mean, next year he might
Yes,
be.
Sanders. Yeah.
But yeah. Hey, let's get into it, man. WTF? What is wrong with Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs? Cool, man. If you can kick this thing off for us, bro. Like, what do you feel is wrong? This your second team, man. I gotta let the world know. Do you feel anything is wrong with them? I really don't, to be honest with you. I'm gonna start it off in a short form. I just think they bored right now.
Yeah.
They just waiting to get into the playoffs and chase that Super Bowl. But let me hear it from you, Broski. What is wrong with them?
No, I'm not gonna give them that because it's the second season in a row that it's looked like this. A little later into the season. Now, obviously, to your point, it picks up and it kicks up later on
Yeah,
into the later parts of the season and in the playoffs. However, man, I do feel like it's something wrong. I was listening not too long ago um to Jeff Jeff Saturday on ESPN, and he was saying that at times he would hear the OC or the coordinator or the coach, you know, trying to get Peyton to stop. Peyton Manning. He played with Peyton Manning with the Indianapolis Colts, and he was
Hmm.
trying to get. He said he would try to get him to stop trying to control everything. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to you don't have to control exactly the this with that every little X and O. Sometimes you got to remember Marvin Harrison is a damn he that good. Reggie
yeah,
Wayne is that good. Dallas Clark is that good. Sometimes you got to let us be them dogs and let us go do what we do. Let the
Hmm.
offensive line just call a simple run play. And I think that's what I'm looking at with Mahomes, where it's like yo, him and Andy Reid, you don't have to psycho manage everything.
yeah,
Obviously, I think Pacheco is the biggest reason why it doesn't look good because they planned on putting their offense behind that this season. You could kind of tell early on in the year that they were planning on kind of giving the keys to Pacheco and letting the offense go behind him and play action things of that nature. And they planned on having them, and they don't. But it's one of those things where Mahomes he do a lot of thinking. Uh,
Hmm.
he do a lot of thinking back there, and he gotta just start just bro just let your arm just let that shit fly or
just have
front
fun and
because
play. Yeah,
yeah because it's feel like he's trying to control too much. As you saw, the best thing about Mahomes, the worst thing you opposing team could do is put him in a 2 minute offense because then he could just go play football. That's
yeah,
what Carolina did last week. They just left a little
yep.
bit too much time. Just left a little bit too much time on the clock,
That's it. But they were
and he
having
get
fun playing football.
he
Yep.
get to go play 2 minute offense, and then it ain't really ain't too much thinking about it. Hut hike, get find the
Yeah,
open man. Let's go. Oh, ain't nobody back there. I take off, run, boom, big run, first down, kick the field goal, go home. Like you know what I
yeah,
mean. When he don't have to sit back there and psycho manage everything, he look like he okay. But any other time, man, I'm talking about. if I'm not mistaken, dog, I don't think he has. I had it pulled up, so I don't think he has 15 touchdowns. Uh, I think he. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. I
No,
got
take your time. Let's
you. I
get
got
it.
you. I got you. I got you. He
Actual and
got.
factual.
Yeah. I mean, we talking. We talking about. Come on. What we got? Yeah. So I mean, you talking one, two. What we got? 12, 6, 18. He's got 19. He got 18
Hmm.
touchdowns.
And a lot of turnovers.
Eight,
You got 12. Yeah.
18 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
Hmm.
Like you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
you are. That just says too many thinking.
Hmm.
Right around this time, maybe a couple years ago, when he was winning the MVP, he had like 35, 40 touchdowns at this time
Yeah.
of year because he was just cutting it loose, and that was without Tyreek Hill. That was the
Yep.
first year without Tyreek. So I don't want to hear nobody constantly giving the Tyreek Hill excuse anymore. You know, I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, they missed Tyreek or they need to get him
Nah.
back." Nah, man, it's not that
Nah.
no more. They revamped the offense around Pacheco. He's a big reason why they struggling a little bit, but most of this is on Mahomes, man. Just
Yeah.
start letting it rip. Let your players play. Let DeAndre Hopkins be DeAndre Hopkins. Let Kelsey be Kelsey. Just
Yeah.
let it rip. Call the plays. Let it rip, and stop thinking so
Yeah. No, that's dope, bro, because and I definitely agree with you. And the last thing, and with everything you said, but especially the last thing, let the players do them and be themselves and beat them those dogs that they are. Because merely on waiver this morning, right? I go and get Noah Gray. Noah Gray has scored 2 touchdowns in 2 weeks. I'm talking about he scored 2 touchdowns last week. He scored 2 touchdowns the week before. That's the tight end over Travis Kelce. Or I'm not even going to say over Travis Kelce, but he looked damn better than Travis Kelce right now.
much.
So
Yeah,
I'm like, it's there. It's definitely there. So why not? But like I said, I just feel like it's more of maybe he's bored. Maybe they just know, hey, we good enough to be like, hey, we just need to coast through, stay healthy. When the playoffs come, we kick it up a notch. But we obviously know sometimes that's not a good formula to have because if you're not dominant and doing the things that you're supposed to do in a regular season, when the playoffs come, sometimes that on and off switch don't work. You
at
know what I'm
all.
saying? At all. So a lot of fantasy heads, a lot of podcasts that I've heard, throughout the season, they'd be like, man, Pat Mahomes, he's not fantasy relevant at all. And I understand where they're coming from. Even when you look at his numbers and stuff like that, bro, he got one game over 20 points, and that's
mm
23.9. The rest of
hmm
them in the teens. No, I said last week, no interceptions. He threw for 269 against Carolina. He got 28 points. The other game he got is 23.9 points, 3 touchdowns, 291, no interceptions. The rest of it, he scored 15 points or less. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what they said that, he's not a fantasy relevant quarterback at this moment or what have you like that. But I get what you're saying too, bro. I get what you're saying too, cool. Like, yo, let these players ball, man. Like, let them ball out because you have them for a reason. Like Rasheed Rice is hurt. Obviously Sky Moore, I don't know what's going on with him, or is he even good anymore?
You
Or
can forget about it. You can forget about
okay, okay. I just want to hear it from somebody else because
it. You
I
can
thought
forget
he
about
was
it.
going to be that guy.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I
Like,
mean, you're talking about. I mean, you're talking about since he's been there. We've had uh 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 man, what's my guy name that got hurt? Uh
wide
oh
receiver,
man, yeah, the wide receiver that got hurt.
Right,
Damn, why
Rasheed.
am I
Oh,
Rasheed
forgetting?
Rasheed.
Rasheed Rice.
We've had Rasheed
Yeah,
Rice. He's emerged. They went out and got Juju to
yeah.
because they couldn't depend on you, and then they had to go pick up DeAndre Hopkins because they still
Mhm.
couldn't depend on you. And all of these guys have produced at some point, and Sky Moore still hasn't. He's done. I don't want to
Gotcha.
hear no more Sky Moore talk.
So let me ask you. No, Marquise, I want to ask you, man. Like, I know if it's one player in fantasy football, man. Like, I study everybody, man. Like, I'm a student of the game first and foremost. But let me ask you, Marquise, like, because I know, like, when it comes to tight ends, man, you do a damn good job, like drafting and hosting these tight ends. Do you feel? I'm not saying Travis Kelsey is done, but you sense anything with Noah Gray? I mean, obviously over the past two games, two tutties each. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 weeks.
Listen, I've had Noah Gray. Excuse me. I've had Noah Gray on my watch list since the first week of the season.
Okay.
I've been waiting for him. Like last year, he showed flashes of behind Kelsey's when everybody was like, "Oh man, Kelsey done lost a step." This, that, and the third. Noah Gray was actually making plays. He was making plays. I was trying to. I ain't pick him up because it was like a boom or bust. You know, it wasn't really consistent. This year it became consistent, and I was gonna pick him up 2 weeks ago before his first big breakout game. But then I was like, I'm like, nah, I'm set at tight end, and I don't want to just hoard
Yeah.
nobody on the bench type thing
Yeah.
because I'm not big on hoarding more than one tight end. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait and see. And then right before they played Carolina, I was gonna pick him up. But then, no, it was last week. I was gonna pick him up, but then I got John Smith. I was like, I'm gonna get John Smith because I was playing cool. And then Cool was like, man, John need to go sit down somewhere. I'm like, I'm so
I
glad I
remember.
got him. Yeah. And Noah Gray went off that week too.
Yep.
And
Two
then
tutties.
this past week,
Two
I'm like, dang,
tutties.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get Noah Gray this week. But then I was like, nah, I'm gonna leave it alone because I got Evan Ingram in PPR. I'm
Yep.
like, I'm gonna just go ahead and snatch him up in PPR because nobody got him. And then you got him, and I was like, oh, he done caught on. He done
Yep.
caught on.
Great
Yeah,
minds think alike, man. Great minds
yeah.
definitely think alike. But
But
it's no.
this
Go
ain't
ahead.
no
Go ahead.
flash. This ain't no flash in the pan. And like he's Travis Kelsey's successor.
I believe
Mark
it.
my words. Mark my words.
I definitely believe it. That's why I believe in the Kansas City Chiefs. To be honest with you, man, and I'm gonna be honest. Like if any two teams could be in the Super Bowl right now, man, I wanted to be the Detroit Lions, and I wish they had Aiden Hutchinson, man, healthy. And who knows? I don't know how his injury is going, whatnot, and they picked up on Zadarius Smith or whatnot. But I want to see the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I
Like
want to
that's my
I
dog.
want to see Detroit and Baltimore. That's gonna be the blackest Super
Mm.
Bowl of all time. And I'm here for it. My goodness, the slang that you gonna hear from them
What
commercials,
up, Doe?
man. Hey, hey, where
That's
you
the
going?
Negro Bowl for real, ain't it?
What? Q, boy. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Hey, and Bit Meats out too,
You,
boy. You
you,
should
I,
be.
I need that. Give me that black Super Bowl. I
Hey,
need that.
that's crazy, man. I didn't think about that. That's crazy as I don't know what, man. But
Let's go.
but I must say, man, like I just feel like the Chiefs, man, like that dope tape, broskies, dope tape, man. I just feel like Kareem Hunt has did enough to keep them alive in that run game. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, man, just add like babysit Pacheco back into the lineup. Don't force him in there because playoffs different. The game slows down and it's tough. It becomes defensive struggle sometimes, and they got the defense to prove that hey, we can win bowls. We can go three-peat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's bit time right there, man. Yep. So that ends that segment. What the is wrong with Pat Mahomes? Hey, before we get out of here, man, 2 segments left, man. You know, guys, I ain't gonna hold y'all long. It's Thanksgiving, man. We about to go chill with the fam and party. I gotta bring this up, man. A lot of players is not up here that I feel that should be up here, and including a couple of running backs. But we all know how it go, man. Quarterbacks normally reign supreme when it comes to the MVP race. Any suggestion or any pushback on the MVP race as far
Yeah.
as you know it? You know what I'm
I'm the
saying? I start.
biggest. I'm the biggest Pat Mahomes fan in the world. You can kick him clean off this screen as fast as humanly possible and replace him with Saquon Barkley, please,
And
please.
and the crazy thing about it, off the record, Saquon was up here, but I turned around and took him off because I was like, you know what? These running backs don't win MVPs. They never vote for these. They always
But
vote for quarterbacks to win
that's
it.
my take. The MVP is a running back, whether it's Derrick Henry or Saquon.
Or
One of them
Saquon.
deserve. They clearly every time they step on the field, the best players on the field.
Yeah,
Even with Derrick Henry having Lamar Jackson as his quarterback, he's still the best player on the field.
yeah.
And to
And the
your
best
point,
player make your
though,
team better. Yeah, go ahead,
even
Yes,
cool.
though even though quarterbacks do get to shine, we talking about 2,000 yards. We
yes.
talking about 2,000 yards. We talking about I think we projected at about like 16 to 18 touchdowns or something like that. Like we going. You talking about like he said, Saquon or D Henry could finish this
Hmm.
year up with 2 grand and double digit touchdowns. Nah, you can't just ignore it. They got to at least be in the race. If Lamar
Yes,
win it, if
somewhere.
Josh Allen win it, that's fine. But they got to at least be up there.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man. Because the last player, and I'm looking at it right here, I had to. I mean, time flies by so fast, man. We forget a lot of things. 2012, man. AP was the last running back to win MVP.
Yeah, and it was
2,097
deserved.
yards. You know what I'm saying? He surpassed that, man. But it's just baffling to me. We always put these quarterbacks in the midst, man. Even when I look at the wide receivers, man. Without wide receivers, the quarterbacks really wouldn't be in that midst. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
Jared Goff needs. He's only in the MVP race because he needs an armor. He needs right now. Jameson Williams is, he's not armor, but he's scoring touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Laporta. We go Josh Allen. He uses his legs a lot, but we can go into whatever it is. Lamar Jackson the same way. Lamar ain't really been running the ball too much this year, but Zay Flowers, Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews is starting to come alive and what have you like that. So yeah, I definitely agree that I feel like Derrick Henry and Saquon definitely should be on this list, and they are. And when you look at it in the consensus, some of the platforms do have those too, but they not leading MVP race, not at all. So you know, it's crazy, man. It's definitely crazy. I just feel like it should go another way,
Yeah,
especially when we look at Saquon and what he did against the Rams. Good gosh Almighty,
that
gosh,
man is ridiculous, man.
Ridiculous.
gosh Almighty, and then you turn around. No, who was first? Yeah, then you turn around and another LA team let Derrick Henry come in there in the same building and SoFi Stadium and do the same exact thing, put up all those yards. Yeah, I feel some type of way. I definitely feel some type of Sunday night, Monday night. Sunday night, Monday night. Yeah, man. But look, like I said, before we get up out of here, man, I gotta talk about this guy right here, man. This is the death anniversary of him. This is one of my all-time greats right here, man. If you don't know, one of my great
Uh,
DBs, man, Sean Teller. Rest in peace to Sean Teller, man. This is his death
You
anniversary right here. Yes, sir. University of Miami. Um, if you don't know him, Google him. There's a lot of young guys and gals that don't know who Sean Teller is, man. He gave you the best 3 to 4 years of football as a safety that you could possibly get. You know what I'm saying?
hmm.
We talk about the Steve Atwaters of Denver of the world. You know what I'm saying? To all the way, I go from Steve Atwater to his mentee and LaRon Landry when he was right beside him. I just knew at the end of the day when my Redskins had LeVar Arrington, we
Which
had,
serves.
you know what I'm saying? We had LeVar Arrington, we had Sean Taylor, and we had at strong safety, and we had LeVar Landry. Man, shoot. You couldn't tell me we weren't going to the Super Bowl because I ultimately knew that defense won championships, man. But yeah, rest in peace to him, man. Definitely. So
Yes,
I
rest
sir.
in
de-
peace to Sean Taylor, man.
yeah.
I remember not too long ago, I saw that clip of Reggie Wayne when they was playing in the Pro Bowl against each other, and Reggie Wayne called a pass over the middle, and it went over his
Mm-hmm.
head, and Sean like bumped him because they were both. He bumped him, and he whispered to him. He said, "Lucky I love you."
Yeah.
Because Sean Taylor was about rocking them. Like
He was.
he was every Ryan Clark, Troy
Mm-hmm.
Polamalu,
Mm-hmm.
John Lynch. He
Mm-hmm.
was I don't know if y'all remember Bob Sanders that played
Bob
for
Yeah,
Sanders.
the
the
Raiders.
former
Oh,
coach.
who don't
Former
remember
coach.
Bob Sanders?
Yeah.
Like he was all of those dudes wrapped in one, and athletic.
Rodney Harrison laid the wood sometimes too. Yes,
Cam
sir.
Yeah.
Chancellor, like
Yeah.
he was all those dudes, dog, wrapped in one man. I promise you, if he didn't, God rest his soul, if that man had passed away, he'd have been the second best safety ever behind Ed Reed. That dude
Three.
was
Yeah.
crazy.
Ed Reed, yeah, 3 years of just like dominance, man. Like my favorite club, he even played so hard, just pause in the Pro Bowl, man, when he smacked the punter. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Got him out
Yeah,
of there.
yeah,
Got in the Pro Bowl. You ain't even supposed to be really hitting nobody in the Pro Bowl. It's all funny games. It's ultimately like flag football. In the Pro Bowl, he got it in, man. So yeah, man. Ultimately, rest in peace to him, man. Yeah, man. He definitely would have been one of those all time greats, and he is, man. But yeah, November 27th, man. Life took it way too short, way too short, man. But yeah, without further ado, man, I want to get into some of these injuries, man. We can pop up out of here, man. Devontae Smith did for the Philadelphia Eagles is back at practice today. Um, we go down the line. Is
he
it
didn't participate though.
yeah? And look, you talking
He
about
went through the walkthrough, but he didn't participate.
yeah, and you talking about participate. He need to do when he healthy. He need to do something. I got him in PPR. You got him in standard. I know.
Yep, yep. Mm.
Yeah, I definitely know. Yeah, J.K. Dobbins, man. God, that's another player, man. Ultimately, man, damn good season, bro. I feel like a lot of people think Aaron Rodgers was in the running for comeback player of the year. Nah, man. Whether J.K. Dobbins is hurt or not, man, I just feel like he should get comeback player of the year, man. Like he lasts this long, and they really haven't said what's wrong with his knee at the moment or whatnot. But we know, Achilles injuries, knee injuries, ACL, PCL, and all of that stuff, man. And he still did the damn thing with the Chargers. So yeah, and then just a plethora of other ones, man. But yeah, if you guys got any more takes or anything that's going on, man, any news, man, we can get into it. If not, man, I just want y'all to get out here because I know I'm about to enjoy this Thanksgiving, man. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
don't
eat too
forget
much.
y'all picks. Don't forget the picks.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
gonna put
yeah.
the link up. Make sure we get our picks in. Definitely gonna get our picks in. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. But this been a dope episode, man. We gotta do this again. We gotta get more consistent with it. But this dope, man.
Yeah,
Good
definitely.
stuff, bro.
Empire 2 show, Chicago at Detroit tomorrow. Thanksgiving. You got the Giants at Dallas, Miami at Green Bay, and then Black Friday. Do not forget players. Fantasy League. Do not forget, man. Plug and play the Raiders versus the Kansas City Chiefs, man. But let's go and get up out of here, man. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys, man. Let's get
Yes,
it.
sir.
Peace, peace.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these are championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, know you're looking man down.